Hi, it's Ronald off the record, and today I'm going to look at some Byler fan stuff. Um, Specifically, this. Basically, I learned about these things through my Discord server, which is available to my Patreon supporters. So check out my Patreon if you want to suggest things to me to see next. But okay, first is this animation on TikTok. I believe it's based on the Power Outage fanfic, based on a couple of screenshots I saw. Then there's this edit that I don't know if I'll play it, but apparently it's swaying a lot of non-Bylers to see Byler now. And I don't know when this was posted, maybe like a week ago, like the very end of March or so. And then apparently Noah Schnapp, the actor for Will, said that Mike would have explored gayness or being with Will, maybe. I don't know. And apparently this video is the best source of that information. And then someone shared and said I should look at this Mad Wheeler coming out animatic. Mad Wheeler Scoops Ahoy animatic. Okay, so that's my agenda today. So here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, what should I say? If you want early access to my video, I'm also reacting to Arcane now and the Summer Hikaru died. And if you want early access to that, check out my Patreon. What else? Yeah, I'm branching out. That's all I have to say. Okay, let's do it. Can this be full screen? You took my heart. Yep, this is based on the fanfic. I was only sleeping. I was sleeping. No. People should read the fanfic if we haven't yet. Are you still cold? This is pretty well done. Oh, Megan's here. Megan jumps in whenever I start recording. Mike? Mike. Did he fall asleep? Oh, no. Switch. Until next time. Well, that was well done. And there was a moment in the fanfic where the lightning strikes and one sees the other and they realize what they're doing. So I imagine this was from that chapter. Yeah. Yep, these two have a history and they need to kiss. They needed to kiss. All right. Okay, so this was a edit that was like, I mean, just really, okay, I've seen the first half of it.
I say it.
But just like showing like the contrast with Maleven, how much more romantic chemistry there was between Will and Mike than between those two, and other stuff. But yeah, let's see. Let's watch the second half together. Okay, yeah, there's the poke, the famous poke comparison. Here we go. Okay, The poke parallel, I'll call it. Let's see it. Watch it again. The poke parallel. Mm-hmm.
You never say it.
I say it.
You can't even write it, Mike.
I didn't say it.
You didn't have
You
to.
didn't have to.
I'll come crawling back to you in no time, begging for forgiveness. I guarantee you, I'm gonna make this totally wallowing in self-pity.
How did you know that Vicky, right? Yeah. How did you know that Vicky wanted to
Make out.
date
Signals.
Signals?
Yeah, you know, like compression in the knee, bump of the elbow, shared look.
It's not my fault you don't like girls.
I don't like girls.
Byler was planned. Byler Gate.
Assaulted a police officer.
Will, get the hell off me.
Only love makes you that crazy, sweetheart.
Will, come on.
Yeah, they do say it makes you crazy.
We're both going crazy. We'll go crazy together, right? Yeah. Crazy together.
What if you want to join another party? Not possible.
Will and Mike.
Music isn't the only way back.
All right. And I was pointed to this to look at the comments. Me finally realizing Byler, 4,000 likes. It really felt like they were trying to build up for Byler, but gave up halfway through season 5, bro. Uh-huh. Okay, let me enlarge this for people. There we go. Oh my god, I gasped when the swing set shot came up. What the hell? That was, oh my god. The end of episode 4 was so emotional, and it seemed like Byler was gonna happen. Stayed because I thought it was a Lumax edit, but now I finally understand Byler. Oh my god, it should have been them. Yes! It's an honor to show you the light. Yes. Welcome, new Byler fans. It's cool to see the Byler fandom continue to grow. Romantic Byler and platonic L Mike. This perfectly showcases why people ship Byler and why Byler should have happened in the show. It was so built up, but they just threw it away like it never existed. Exactly. They didn't even dismiss it. They just ignored it and threw it away. Yep, it would have changed TV history. Oh, I mourn Byler. All these people joining Byler in the comments, I'm crying. Y'all are late. This is actually the best Byler proof ever. Condensed into a 3-minute video. This is by Ghoul Droids on TikTok. So yeah, share this to your non-Byler friends. No, because when Mike said, it's not my fault you don't like girls, I thought Mike already knew and was just being rude. So why was he so surprised when Will came out? Because it was... He didn't know that Will was gay, which is consistent with... Okay, I won't go into it, but only a Byler understanding can explain all this. Yes, because... Yeah. Not this being everyone's Byler awakening. I love that people are understanding Byler by this video. Yep, great video. Okay, so here, recently Noah said something like Will should have had a romance and he was robbed. And we all know that what Noah was talking about. And now here's apparently Noah saying something that Mike would have explored. ... Let's see what this is about.
I didn't say, are you satisfied with it? So I asked, I didn't say, are you satisfied without the... I said, I'm sorry if
Okay, I might have to increase the volume for you guys.
I didn't say, are you satisfied without the... I said, I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but I said, do you think the way Mike and Will's story ended was like worth it for everything that like was built up? The way it was built up, like was the end worth it? And so we started being like, and he started laughing. So I was like, okay, it's about to cook those duffers down. So I was like, okay. And he was like, well, I didn't write it. I was like, no, that's right. I'm asking about your, like, what did you think? And he was like, yeah. So I was like, he started saying like, I wish they didn't, like, I wish, bro, I can't speak because literally, he said, I like, you know, like the tower scene, it was so like fast and like that wasn't like enough for like everything that I don't remember the exact words, but basically said that the ending was too short. Like if they wanted to close it, well, if they wanted to end Byler, they should have done it differently, like better. And like he said, I would have loved a confession, and I was like, well, yeah, me too. And I was like, and then I said, like, Will didn't even really confess to Mike, and at that point he said, so I like, you know, make this stuff up, but at this point he said, yeah, and I think if he did, Mike would have explored. Like, honestly, I think Mike would have explored, and I was like, bro, I was screaming, literally, and then, no, I said, definitely, and I was like, and I was like, oh my god, it's my best channel. Anyway, so, that's it for Byler. So I asked.
Alright, I believe her. This sounds like a real account, and the whole thing about I didn't write it kind of actually echoes one thing, Noah said on stage in some convention. Like, it sounds that's something he would say, and it sounded like he was trying to tiptoe around it to just wanting a resolution, talking about wanting a resolution that wasn't so hasty. And then she brings up the confession part, and then he builds on that and says Mike would have explored. So anyway, why would he say that? That all I can glean from this, I believe this account is true, is that they never wrote off to Noah. They said they never told him Mike is definitely straight and is not interested. Noah had to live with headcanon and speculating, which is what the same position we're in. So he's speaking as a Byler fan. And but this additionally tells us that I think that the creators never dismissed it to Noah himself, aside of course from the script and what was lacking in the script. Yeah, what else? Okay, that's that. And someone in my Discord also shared a video, a recent video, and said, this response from Noah makes the Mike would have explored claim not so crazy because that's like literally just one step from what he said in this actually recorded interview. Okay, let's look.
Sí, que si no se hubiese acabado 11 con Mike, ¿con quién habría acabado 11?
11.
O Mike, sí. Mike, ¿con quién habría acabado Mike? Vale. So if Mike and 11 are not gotten together, who would you like Mike to end up with?
Oh, we know what Noah thinks. They all know. And he knows they know.
That only leaves one more option.
There's only one.
Maybe Will?
What was the question exactly?
One more option.
Are not gotten together, who would you like Mike to end up with?
Who would you like Mike to end up with? Will. And okay, he said it playfully, but he also means it. He's not joking here. That's what I appreciate. He's like literally wants Byler, and he's not giggling. It's what he really wants.
Maybe Will?
I love that the crowd is all Byler. Okay, that's cool. Okay, okay, I need to use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Okay, now this animation. Here we go. Are you in love with Lucas? Yeah, I mean, look, don't make fun of me. He's stupid a lot, it makes me mad a lot. But he's such a dork. In like an endearing way, you know? And when Vecna cursed me, we were on better terms. Not great ones, but better. But being stuck for that long in that fucked up mindscape, all I could think about was getting back to him. So yeah, I love him. No, I mean, are you in love with him? Is it the impending doom by the hands of the Russian government, or the vomiting that's got you talking about love, Wheeler? Both, I guess. You miss her, don't you? I miss her too. Look, I know you guys had problems, but I saw the way she looked at you. The way she talked about you. I honestly didn't get it, but that's my own thing. Elle knew you loved her, Mike. Oh, this is post-season 5. After she's gone. No, she didn't. Knock, knock. Mike? You didn't OD in there, did you? This is paralleling the season 3 scene. No. Oh, this is cool visual parallels. The floor's disgusting. Well, I've already puked all over myself, so how much worse can it get? Look, Mike. It shocked me to my core, and I never thought I would say this with a straight face, but I like you. I really like you. Wait, Mad Wheeler. Hold on. Mike? Mad Max. Oh, that... Excuse my ignorance. I didn't realize that this was, that Mad Wheeler was to ship these two. However, I think this is gonna go, gay. We will see. You're stubborn and argumentative. It's interesting, the idea of Max being into Mike. I kind of don't see it. I think she, like... I will say, not disparage the shippers at all. And I don't know if they... Well, in this case, in this fic, they're not going to get together. But I find it hard to see Max liking Mike. Or thinking she likes Mike. I don't know. I will keep reading. You're stubborn and argumentative. And kind of an ass. Because she was like telling Elle, like, you know, dump his ass and all that stuff with enthusiasm. But maybe there's stuff in the Mad Wheeler fanfic world where they get closer together. But you have more fire and more heart in you than anyone I've ever met. Maybe with the exception of Elle. But what I'm saying is you're a good friend. And no, you weren't the best boyfriend, but you cared about her. Anyone could see that. Oh, she's being platonic with him, I suppose. I'm a little confused, but I will... I think it's platonic. All right, that answers my doubts. Stop trying to make me feel better. When have I ever tried to make you feel better? Right now, because I wasn't a good friend. And I wasn't ever a good boyfriend. And if you knew why, you wouldn't forgive me. Talk to me, Wheeler. Talk to her! When I met Elle, we were both just kids. Even as grown up as I thought I was, we were still just kids. And she went through things that were unimaginable. And she needed someone. Shrugs. And so did I. It wasn't fate or destiny. It was dumb luck. It was just luck that we found her in the woods that night. But being around her, it felt safe. Not just the whole superpower thing, but it felt like she didn't have an expectation of who I was or what I was supposed to be like. And And maybe Lucas was right. I did like that Elle didn't think I was weird or a frog face. I mean, Mew was the first boy she met. So there is comfort in that. You're not being compared to anyone else. That's going to help your self-esteem, I guess. And she's so going through so much shit. And he was the first person to take her in. Well, after Benny, who also cared for her. Yeah, here's someone who's guaranteed to like kind of, yeah, for someone who has self-esteem issues. Anyway, I like how this is written. It's makes sense for him. Or geek, because she didn't know what those things were. So when Elle came back, I felt like with her, I would be able to be myself. All of myself. Because there's always this part of me that kinda scared me. But I thought if Elle loved me, I wouldn't be so scared anymore. But then Elle left for California. And my entire fantasy life... Wait. And my entire fantasy life with her, along with the rest of my life, pretty much imploded before my eyes. And waiting for that spring break was torture. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't focus. But what made it 10 times worse? It wasn't because I was excited or nervous to see Elle again. Oh. But it was because I couldn't stop thinking about seeing Will again. We hadn't talked for months, and I tried calling so many times that fall, but Miss Byers was always on the phone. I just started getting angry every time I would try to talk to him. I would get that fucking busy line tone in my ear. Busy tone. So I stopped. But Elle mentioned him a lot in her letters, and I started rereading only the parts that mentioned Will. I hated not talking to him, but felt like not knowing what was going on with him was so much worse. Then Elle mentioned Will was making some painting for some girl, and I got so angry. I got off that plane in Lenora, and I saw Elle, and everything felt fine. But I looked over, and he was holding that goddamn painting, and I was pissed all over again. He gave me that painting a few days later, and it was just of our party on a campaign, but he kept talking about his version of me that Elle saw. This version that seemed like I wasn't just some guy who got lucky a superhero liked him. Oh wait. That Elle saw? Ah, that Elle saw. So he's thinking Elle, this is how Elle sees him. But like, I was one myself, a hero. Aw. I like the, expressions that are drawn. They're all, thought through. And for a moment, I believed him. But the more he explained, the less hers the words felt. I loved Elle. I swear I did. When I blurted it out in front of everyone, it was true. But when she kissed me before she left for Lenora and told me she loved me too, the words sounded so weird. I couldn't understand it. But I couldn't say them again. It only got worse the longer she was gone. I didn't want to lie to her. I couldn't keep lying to her. But we were traveling across state lines, being chased by the military, not knowing if 11 was okay or where she even was. And Will kept talking about how this was the way Elle saw me. And all I could think about was how much I wish it was all Will. It was Will who saw me this way. It wasn't ever 11, never anything she did. It was always just me. I didn't want it to be true, and I was so goddamn scared of how it felt, of what it meant. I was so stupid, and such a coward. That painting he said Elle commissioned for me, what Will said when he gave me it, it was him. I saw it. He was scared too. That crush of his that wasn't like him, it was you. It was you. Yeah. He couldn't tell me how he felt, and I couldn't tell him... Oh. Yeah. He couldn't tell me how he felt, and Elle was in trouble and Hawkins was falling apart, and I wasted so much time, and now Elle's gone, and Will moved on. Wow. You are stupid! That's not funny. It's not meant to be funny. He lied, Mike. Will doesn't lie. Oh, he doesn't? Not to me. And you realized he liked you how? Because he lied to you. Oh. Hopeless. Okay, a few things. That last part, he was simultaneously thinking Will doesn't lie to him, and then simultaneously figuring out who the painting came from, and that was from Will. Oh, the denial. The closet is dark and hard to get to crawl out of. And just this whole unfulfilled storyline of both of them being in the closet and being afraid to confess their feelings to each other. It wouldn't have just been important to queer people, but just to anybody to be frank about their feelings and to realize that their love and devotion to other people should be expressed. Fuck you, Duffer Brothers. Fuck you, Netflix. I think I said that in my last reaction to a Byler animation. Well, I hope you enjoyed this ride with me. If you want to suggest other videos, I'm taking suggestions on my Discord, which you have to join my Patreon to join. And I'll read your comments though below. I like to read the comments. So yeah, that's it. Byler forever. Stay crazy together, and thank you for watching.